Under the supervision of the Dean of Students, the Chinese Georgian Association and the Chinese Christian Fellowship have been holding a charity sale on the mezzanine since Tuesday to help Vietnamese refugees in Southeast Asia. You can still buy authentic arts and crafts from China, Vietnam, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and countries in Southeast Asia until tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Executive VP for the Chinese Georgian Association, Feng Chi-chun, said they hope to raise $1,000 to help the boat people, or approximately 20% of total sales. The money will be handed over to the campus ministry at Loyola, who will handle the transactions. Mr. Chun said the arts and crafts are slightly expensive, which explains why the evening students are buying more, since they most probably have steady jobs. This is Linda Sadlowski for CUTV News.
Last Friday it was movie time at Loyola, and CUTV was there to bring you exclusive interviews with the stars.
Oh, I like the weather here.
Is that right?
I'm really a Montrealer originally, and I'm a graduate of Loyola, actually. And
That's right. Has it been to your liking?
Oh, it's pretty. The campus is beautiful.
Right.
For more on this, be sure to watch CUTV's special report. This is Gilles Boulanger for CUTV News.
What does the union hope to achieve by your visit to Canada?
Well, we always, since 1967, we've been coming to Canada. And in 1967, we came with the Great Boycott then. And we came to appeal to the Canadian people to support us. And a lot of the good people really supported us after we explained the situation and the conditions. And in Quebec especially also. We came and explained to labor, we came and explained to the church, and the university students very got much involved
What kind
in the
of
boycott.
support did you get in 1967?
People refused to buy the grapes. And in 1970 we had a victory, but it was an international boycott of grapes. And in 1973 we came to Canada and appealed again, because the growers never give up. They always have this little hope in their heads, I guess, thinking that they're going to destroy us, and they don't understand that we as workers want a union. The workers want a union, and they should deal with their problems instead of, they're going to have strikes, they're going to have always strikes in the field, because workers are being mistreated. They get lower wages and no benefits.
I tried to get those things changed. Tell me about it. Look at this shit. Look at it.
Okay. Hi. CUTV is doing a survey on how people are coping with the bus strike. How are you getting here?
Well, easily. I'm hitchhiking a lot.
Oh yeah. Where do you live?
Saint Michel.
All the way down there. How many lifts does it take you? How many lifts does it take you to get here?
It's taken me 3, both times I've done it so far.
Oh yeah. Are you aware that the Georgian is running some sort of a ride exchange program? So if you need
I
a
read
lift.
about it this morning in the paper that came out yesterday.
Do you feel it's a worthwhile cause here?
I don't know.
Doing a survey of how people are coping with the bus strike. How are you getting to school?
I live close to here, so I don't have that trouble, but also I'm taking a course on Monday at Loyola, and I'm using the bus from 8 to 10.
Using the bus here, the shuttle bus, you mean?
Yeah, right.
How far do you live from here?
3 blocks. I'm lucky, you know.
You're very lucky. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Okay.
I have no problem because I'm living just a block away.
Just a block away. You have no courses at Loyola, I guess?
No courses at Loyola.
Okay, how are you coping with the bus strike?
Well, not too badly. I'm managing to get some lifts into town. However, the traffic is just very bad. When we come in, 7 o'clock, it's just jam-packed. So, and that's probably due to the strike. So it's bad. It's pretty bad.
Well, how long does it take you to get to school?
Usually an hour and a half.
Where do you live?
Along on the South Shore. So it's not too bad, but I heard other people, they have much more problems. So my situation, I don't consider it too bad. At least I'm getting in,
How long do you think this bus and metro strike is going to last?
I heard from 1 to 6 months, and I just pray it doesn't, But I don't know. I really hope they settle the arguments pretty soon. I really do.
No, I'm just taking the shuttle.
Shuttle bus, where do you live?
I'm staying near Loyola, so I just hop a fence and take the shuttle in every day.
Are you having problems getting around otherwise?
No, I borrow cars from friends and my family, so really it hasn't affected me that much, except for traffic.
Okay, thank you. Hey, I understand you have a car. Are you giving people lifts during this bus and metro strike?
Yes, I am. I give I give friends lifts because they can't get in, and so we have a carpool. I bring 3 or 4 people in the morning, and I bring them back.
At night? Have you given hitchhikers any lifts?
Hitchhikers, when I can, and they're going my way, I always stop.
Where do you live?
I live in Saint Laurent.
How do you find the traffic now?
It's pretty bad. It takes about 15 minutes longer than normally would.
Encountering many problems with this bus and metro strike?
Not too many, because I've been getting lifts a lot.
Do you get lifts from friends, or are you basically just hitchhiking?
No, I haven't hitchhiked yet, but I have a part-time job, and my boss gives me a lift.
I see. Where do you live?
On Sherbrooke, near Oxford.
So that's not that far. How do you find getting here? A lot of traffic?
I leave kind of late, so it's pretty good.
So you're not really into the heavy traffic in the morning and when people finish work?
Not really, no.
So how are you coping with the transit strike? I see you have your set of wheels.
Well, I'm all right most of the time because most of my classes are downtown and I live downtown. But my other class is out at Loyola, and for that either I bicycle or I'll hitchhike.
Have you hitchhiked already?
Not yet, but my wife's had to think about it because she has to go down to Verdun. So far she can take the bike, but when it rains, she won't be able to. She'll have to bum a lift from somebody else or else maybe hitchhike.
How do you feel about riding your bike to school? Do you do that often?
Right now that it's nice out, I love it. But if it's not, if it gets colder or it rains or especially if it snows, there's just no way I can do it.
Okay, well thanks a lot and good luck during this strike.
Thank you very much.
And so, how are you coping with the transit strike? This is Linda Sidlowski for CUTV News. With me here is Michelle Moati, who is the president of the Concordia Ski Club, as well as the head of the ski sale on the mezzanine. Michelle, so how's business?
Right now it's going pretty good, but we had a sort of bad day on Monday, but we weren't expecting really anyone to buy. But yesterday we had a very good day, we're very happy, and we're hoping today it's going to continue, and tomorrow there's one more day tomorrow, and we're really encouraging everyone to come and show up, to browse around, look, see if they're interested. We feel we have the best prices here that basically you could get for students, and like I told you before earlier, that unless you really know a dealer in skis or you have a friend of the family who works in there, I personally don't think you get anywhere cheaper in Montreal and I'm willing to vouch for it because we spoke with a couple of people before we arrived with this dealer, and we got the best price, and we're doing, basically it's all for the students.
Can you give us an idea of the prices?
Well, basically the average median price on some of these skis, basically the skis are about $200. That's basically, and they're all, most of them are top of the line skis. We just got in a couple today that are a little lower, of not a lower quality, but the lower lines of these same, we're taking like Rossignol, which we got over there, and we feel that, maybe people might be lured more into when they see lower prices, and we're hoping for a lot of people to come and show up.
What's selling the best?
Selling the best right now is the boots. It's been like quite a lot of boots. We sold like 6 pairs yesterday within 2 hours, and we're really pretty happy about that. That's right now what's selling the most. There's also bindings, which is selling quite a bit, and there's also miscellaneous in terms of ski brakes. Ski brakes have become very popular this year because it causes less injury to people, because with bindings and you have safety straps, usually skis fly up and you still have your safety straps. So this year, ski brakes, we sell everything basically with ski brakes. Like on the any binding we sell, usually with ski brakes. We promote the ski brakes really a lot.
And where did you get all this equipment? From what store?
We got this equipment from Bernard Trottier out on the South Shore.
I see. Well, wish you all the luck. Thank you very much. Reporting for CUTV News, this is Linda Sadlowski. I'm speaking to Stephen Spencer, one of the organizers of the exhibition on the mezzanine during this week. Stephen, hi.
Hello.
Could you tell us how many people participated in this exhibition?
We have about 16 contributors.
And they're all Concordia students?
No, some of them are. Some are from McGill, and there are some who are not students at all. They're just people who have works which they wish to exhibit, and we have given them the opportunity.
Are they just for exhibition, or can you buy any of these paintings?
No. They are just for exhibition purposes only. In fact, we're not allowed to sell them, but most of the people who are exhibiting would not be interested in selling. Some would be, but the option is not available.
I understand you have other activities on the agenda.
Yes, we have films on Wednesday and Thursday night, and Saturday afternoon, here and at Loyola, mostly here in the H101. And H110, I should say. And also we have a lesbian concert at Loyola on Friday night with 2 singers from out west who come more or less specially for this.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is Linda Sadlowski for CUTV News.
Students that do come into the station looking for positions, talking to them, do you find that they take the radio station as a serious thing, or do they see it as just another club that they can join?
Quite a few of them view it as a club, but then we discuss it with them and we say that we're not a club. We are a club, but we don't feel that we're a club, and that, well, a lot of them come in and say, if I don't have a show, then I don't want to be involved. So those people, we just say, well, fine.
These businesses outside of the university, how seriously do they see college radio? Do they see it as a good investment of their money, or do they feel that people don't really listen?
Well, I think the fact that we are located downtown, very centrally, most of the students that are going to the school live downtown. Students have a lot of discretionary income, if you want to call it, to spend at these various retailing outlets. Therefore, it is very viable and profitable for the retailer or the company, whatever, to advertise on the station.
To this edition of University Dialogue, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back again some other night. I hope you join us again.
Issues that I'd like to point out. One of the issues was that it was very clear that when the Institute was formed and when Women's Studies went to Concordia, that there was a concept of feminist education. I now understand that this concept no longer exists, that members of the Institute's administration have been heard to say that it is not a feminist institute. When they were asked at the meeting what the Institute was indeed, it could they define it? As far as I understand, they couldn't. They said, well, it's not a drop-in center, it's not a creche. They knew what it wasn't. It was very difficult to find out what it was. This is precisely why I think a group of people got together and said, look, we worked very hard for the Simone de Beauvoir Institute. We had, I mean, this, if one has to be platonic, the Simone de Beauvoir Institute is an idea, not necessarily an address, right? It really doesn't matter if it's on Bishop and Terrebonne. It's a whole concept. And whatever's going on Bishop and Terrebonne, they might not know what they are, but we know what they're not, and that's the Simone de Beauvoir Institute.
I'm a first-year student at Concordia, and my major is women's studies. And last year I was looking for somewhere to go to school. I was looking for university. And I was looking at women's studies programs in various places around. And when I was in England at the time, and a woman who's involved in feminist education and so forth there gave me a booklet about the Simone de Beauvoir and gave me some clippings. And I was very intrigued by what was going on at Concordia. Specifically because of the Simone de Beauvoir Institute, because I could have gone to women's studies at various places, but here they had the Simone de Beauvoir, and from what I read in the newspapers and from the booklet that they gave out, it seemed like this was something that was really valuable, because it's a college where I could go and meet with other women students, and there'd be sharing of experiences and learning, and I would be able to participate, and it would be you know, leadership skills and all those things that they speak about. And so I came to Concordia, and that was really the only reason I came to Concordia, and it was the only reason I moved to Montreal, to Canada actually. And here I came, and the Simone de Beauvoir Institute just isn't what they said it is. And
just clowning around, running here and there and doing my thing, acting like there was no king.
I remember you making me laugh. You were the funniest thing I'd ever seen. But when you told me that it was all a lie, all I could do was cry.
Part of the king's family, it seems almost like a dream. Part of the king's family, imagine it happening to me. But I wasn't getting anywhere. And then, I met the king, and I became his servant. And Sanders, you and your family can meet the king too.
Yes, that's why we're here. The King of Kings desires that all of you would come to his bridal feast.
Oh, I tell you, the marriage feast will be so incredible. All sadness will be turned into joy. The king will be waiting for us there.
Roy Mullaney is the tour director of the Youth with a Mission theater group that we have just seen perform here. Roy, I understand this group is part of a larger organization, is that correct?
Yes, it is. Youth with a Mission is an international, interdenominational missionary organization, second largest in the world with approximately 10,000 full-time workers.
And where is this group from?
This specific group is from Dunham, Quebec in the Eastern Townships.
And you do something other than just entertain people. You have a message.
Yes, we do. We would like to just share who Jesus Christ is with different people. We're using the medium right now of theater to do that.
And how many people belong to this specific group?
There are 17 of us.
And they represent 10 different countries? Which countries are those?
Okay, there's a girl from Iceland, a guy from South Africa, a girl from France, England, Sweden, Switzerland, United States, and Canada.
And how did they all get involved in this group?
They all came to our base in Quebec, in the Eastern Townships, for what we call a School of Creative Ministry. It's a 5-month course that we run, and they've just graduated from that in end of August, early September, and now we're going on the road with this musical.
Mm-hmm. Do they do this all on a full-time basis?
Yes, on a full-time basis.
I see, and where do you go from here?
Well, we go to Ottawa next, and then on to Toronto, Cambridge, Kitchener, Waterloo, and the rest of Southern Ontario.
Mark Long is one of the actors from the Christian theater group. Hi, Mark.
Hi.
So how did you get involved in this group?
I became involved with Youth as a Mission in 1976 when a tour group similar to the one that I'm on now visited my hometown, Grahamstown in South Africa. And I was very, very impressed with their lifestyle and their message and their radical way of life and the commitment that they'd had to Jesus Christ. And I was very much inspired to follow their lifestyle.
You do this on a voluntary basis.
That's right. I volunteered. I felt God calling me into the work, and I went through several training programs in South Africa before I left South Africa. Then I went to California to further study, and then now I'm in Canada on this team.
Are you on the road frequently?
This particular team, yes. We're on the road for 4 months. We've just finished a 2-month tour before September, and previous to that I was on the road for another 4 months on another team of a similar kind.
Do you do something else other than act?
Yes, we hold teaching seminars in dramatics, and our goal and our desire is to share the reality of having a relationship with Jesus Christ first, and then being able to be launched into dramatics. But basically, in the dramatics, we share basic technique and inspire churches and inspire youth groups and university campus fellowships and so on, and teach them and give them practice on how to go about what we are doing.
Do you often play at schools or various other homes? Or?
That's right. This last 2 weeks, we've been in Montreal and on different campuses all week, but we do work a lot in churches, high schools. We perform out on the streets, in public parks, and various situations that open up to us. We don't limit the situation. We allow ourselves to be flexible to the situation rather than refuse a situation.
Well, I think it's a very wonderful cause, and I'm sure you're reaching a lot of people with what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is Linda Sadlowski for CUTV News.
Now, a lot of recent exposure is to the problems that CUSA is having right now with this structure. Can you sort of go into what is the structure of CUSA and what are some of the changes that are being proposed?
Okay, the main aim for CUSA when it was established was that it should be the unified student association throughout the university. Now, it's a fine idea in theory, and so far it has worked well, but we have seen some exceptional cases in which it couldn't be adaptable, the constitution as it stands now. One of the main reasons why CUSA's constitution should be revised is the representation problem. There should be adequate representation campus-wise, so that we should guarantee that in no year the council, the CUSA Legislative Council, can be composed of, let's say, all Sir George people or all Loyola students. As far as CUSA stands now, it has a good check and balances between the three main branches of any government. These are the judicial branch, the legislative branch, and the executive branch. Now, the day-to-day operation of the association, together with the implementation of the policies of CUSA and their initiation, belongs to the executive. The Legislative Council is the student parliament. It's the body that approves the policies of the executive. It's the body that initiates some policy and directs the executive to do certain things. And it's the body that ratifies all the appointments to the university bodies, councils, and various...
Oh, no, I don't want to... No, I don't want to talk about it.
No, it's bad?
Well, I live in Nuns Island.
Yeah?
And so I have to hitchhike every time.
Do people give you a lift, or do they just go by?
Well, in Nuns Island it's great, you know.
Yeah?
They're kind, you know. They're very, everybody knows everybody.
Yeah? But to get back home?
Oh, that's hard.
How long did it take you on Friday?
About an hour and a half.
An hour and a half from Loyola. During the strike?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all?
No.
How are you managing not to have any trouble?
In the morning I have a lift every morning, and like right now I take the bus to go to Sir George, and then I do a hike. It's even faster than to take the bus.
Oh yeah. And you find people are stopping to pick you up?
Oh yeah, sure. You get lifts really easily.
Is there any benefit to getting out of this?
Yeah, I met a girl the other day through it.
You did what?
I met a girl the other day through it. So,
yeah?
Oh yeah, I meet people in there.
So it's not too bad?
No, I don't mind at all.
How about if it goes on another 10 days?
Well, I can't do much about it. Just keep vaccinating.
10 more girls to the strike.
Which strike? The bus strike?
The bus strike.
Well, I have my car, so I'm fine.
Many people on the road?
Well, I didn't saw too much people because I'm coming directly from Sandadale. No. I just take somebody on the lift, but for the bus strike, I know it's a real pain for everybody, and especially for this winter. If it's still until the winter, it will be a real problem for everyone. Yeah. Because there's a lot of students, they have just old cars and they will not be able to drive them during the winter.
Do you find there are many people on the road?
Quite a lot, yes. For the moment, they are not mad, but I'm sure that if it's still over 3 weeks, they will be very upset about this kind of strikes.
Yeah.
I think it's they just use the people too much, because every 2 years they do a strike, and I think now it's an exaggeration in everything.
Yeah. Do you have any trouble parking down here?
No, I found a place.
Good for you.
Thank you.
And so the bus strike goes on in Montreal. This is Susan Clarkson for CUTV.